Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Words of Heart podcast. I am your host, Dion Sanchez, and joining me in this particular episode is Joani DiCampil. Did I say that right?
That's okay. Joani DiCampil.
Joani DiCampil. I am
Yes.
sorry. I
No
always
worries
mess
at
up
all.
his last name. But either way, thank you for joining me, Joani. It's a real pleasure to have you on today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So, Joani, if you could kick things off by telling my audience a bit about yourself, that would be great.
Okay, well, my name is Joani DiCampil, and I am 56 years old, and I became an entrepreneur by accident. And and never would I think that I could even be an entrepreneur or create my product. And just a little background, at 47, I was laid off from my corporate job. So I was in my late 40s, and I live in a beach town in Delaware. So it's a lot of resort, not a lot of corporations. So the one corporation laid me off, and I was working in retail, and it was a hot summer night, and I had this awful boob sweat. And in that moment, I was so mortified. I turned to my coworker and I said, I am mortified in this moment. There should be an all natural breast deodorant, and I'm going to call it Boobalicious. Now, I don't know why I said it. I just did. That was in 2012. And at that time, I don't even, well, I do know, not even, there was no boob deodorant on the market. And the only one that was on the market after I did my research was Fresh Breasts, but they were a lotion, not a deodorant stick. So I came home and I was telling my husband about the episode of Boob Sweat. And I said, I'm going to create an all natural deodorant called Boobalicious. I told my stepmom, I told a lot of people, and everyone, not everyone, but quite a few people laughed at me and said that would not work. And I just was crazy. So I interviewed everyone at the boutique, and I interviewed about 100 women that came in that boutique, and about 98 said they would definitely wear a breast deodorant. So one day my stepmom sent me a note with a check for $75. And she said, if you don't try, you'll never know.
Aww.
I know, I just love her dearly. And if it wasn't for her, she gave me the belief and the hope and just giving that check and believing in me. So with that $75 in Google, I started Googling breast deodorant, not breast deodorant, just deodorant ingredients, how people make it. And I did research on all the deodorants, how everyone was making homemade deodorant, and I made my own. I read about every ingredient. Now, I didn't know anything about business. I really was winging it. And I learned everything from Google. And I created my own formula. It took 2 tries to get my formula right. And Boobalicious was born. So just from an idea and $75, anything is possible at any age, that you just have to believe in yourself.
Awesome. So, considering you accidentally became an entrepreneur, and this was from 2012 to we're currently in 2022, has it continued to thrive? Have you made other products? Has those products sold well, considering we're in a not so lovely season with the virus and everything? How has your business thrived since you had the idea?
That's a great question. Through the years, when you see online all these products, people, it looks so easy. They're so successful, but what you don't see is behind the scenes, and it's hard. It's a journey, and to be an entrepreneur, you can't quit. You have to be resilient. You have to be persistent, because you're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to have people saying that idea is not good. But what I did going through this, I put my product on Etsy in 2013. Someone said you should put your product on Etsy. And within 24 hours, I was selling Boobalicious. And I was shocked. And I even went international, and I started getting recognized by Laura Beauty, Cosmo. And there's a story behind it. So here I am making the deodorant, taking care of my family, working full time. And at that time, I had 3 children. One has mental illness and addiction, one's an alcoholic. So I was being a mom, I was being an entrepreneur, and I also was working. So there's a lot of life going on. But I worked so hard to get this Boobalicious, this product out there, that I had to do everything. But what happened was, with the money that I was making through Etsy, helped pay for my children's recovery. So in 2017 was my moment, saying, oh my gosh, Boobalicious has a purpose. It's bigger than just being a product for boob sweat. It can help women in recovery. So I am working with Miracle Sue Happen in Delray, Florida, and I'm paying for 1 month's rent to help a woman in recovery. So, and going back, I guess I'm backtracking. I mean, the struggles, the failures I had, and the success I have, like I said, it's a roller coaster ride. When you don't know, like I started doing networking events and just watching everyone on Instagram. One of the person that I follow is Grant Cardone. I didn't know anything about business. And this guy, Grant Cardone, was on Instagram, and he was talking about how important it is to network, how important, freedom is, success. He was just giving all this information about how to start your business, what to do, how to go to network events. So I started doing all that. So from there, I met a partner who wanted to invest in my product. And as I was getting smarter in business, I realized there were little red flags, and I wanted kind of like to separate, and it turned into like a business divorce, and it wasn't fun, but I got through it. And I, own 100% of my business now. That was one failure. One failure was I trusted someone with my formula, a manufacturer, and they took my formula. And I'm not trying to be the victim or being like, this happened to me. But the reason I talk about it, so it doesn't happen to anyone else, because I didn't believe in me, and I trusted other people that were basically taking advantage because I did not know what I did not know. But from those failures made me stronger. So I'm grateful for those failures.
Awesome. And I totally connect with you as far as failures make you stronger, or speed bumps or road bumps or full-on collisions in the metaphorical sense,
Yes.
strengthening you for the better. Just to give you a little insight into me, I actually became diabetic in the midst of the pandemic in 2020. So I couldn't really hate 2020 as much as everybody else. I wish I could. My heart goes out to everyone. I completely understand why you would hate this year, and hopefully 2020 is absolutely better, but I couldn't hate it, because if I hadn't been diagnosed, I could have died. So this specific year, though it came at a not so ideal timing, it was probably the best timing for me because I'm still alive. And it was through that I saw it as a blessing, and God giving my life more purpose and continuing living my life. And to come to think of it, it would be tomorrow. Wait, it says, I'm getting my days mixed up. It will be Saturday. It'll be Saturday, 2 years since I've been diagnosed with that news. And as maybe people weren't thrilled with this news, but I'm like, it's okay. I'm okay. That's focus on that. I'm still here. So
Exactly. And and through, like, now that I'm learning more about business, and I have mentors, and I have a mentor, Danelle Delgado, and she teaches us so much, and she puts all her belief in us, and she has helped me grow so much that just a couple months ago, I was in Women's World magazine, and like, it's just surreal to think, a mom came up with the idea, and here I am in Women's World. That was a great moment for me. Just to think that just being in the magazine talking about how my product helps with rashes and relieves sweat and relieves odor. Older women, like anyone, a lot of people that have boob sweat, and it's for me personally, as I was getting older, going through menopause, I was sweating more. So I didn't even know boob sweat was a thing until I was sweating that one hot summer night in a boutique. But I went from that idea to a concept and I did it. And then, just being mentored by all these great people, it's always good to have a mentor and accountability partners to help you grow, and you grow with them.
Absolutely. So if you had any advice to give to anyone trying to create an idea or a concept, considering the season is filled with its own onset of challenges, what advice would you give them?
Just do it. And it's so funny because that's all you can say is just do it, because I talked about Boobalicious for 6 months and my husband just literally grabbed me by the shoulders and said, stop talking about it and just do it. Because if you don't take action, it's not going to happen. And someone else is going to take action on the same idea that you have.
Right. Just do it. That's probably the best advice you can give. And just give in general, we all have so much potential and ideas, and we need to go after them.
Yeah, Google was my best friend. I didn't know how to start a business or how to get a formula or even to create a formula to become a breast deodorant and to help thousands of women since then.
Awesome. So I would like to get to the icebreaker segment of our episode. It's my favorite part and it makes me really happy. But not that I haven't been enjoying our conversation, and it's truly inspiring that you had no idea how to do a business or even start a business, and Google was a key formula into helping you become the successful entrepreneur that you are. So I just find that to be inspiring and incredible. And as someone who has their own struggle with their breasts as far as odor or rashes, I truly admire you for coming up with something that can help and benefit all females. So
yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Awesome. So the icebreaker, I'll start with the icebreaker question and then the icebreaker game. The game is the best part, but I want to start with the question first. So
okay.
You had to come up with a title or a chapter for where your life is at this precise moment, what would it be? And if you can even explain a little bit as to why that answer is, that would even be greater.
It always works out, the power of belief. And that's because no matter what struggles you are going through, just believe that it's going to work out, and it will work out. Somehow, some way, going through all the roller coaster rides that I had in my life by being a single mom, losing my house, my car, I knew it would work out. And I really truly believe that has helped me in my entrepreneurship. By those struggles as a single mom, I went to a corporation being a library clerk with no college education to becoming a staff analyst, because I believed that it would work out, and it always does. So I always had that, and it still works to this day. It always works out, the power of belief.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Everything works out. Everything happens for a reason, even though you might not sure what that reason is. I'm sure when you thought of boob deodorant, it wasn't something you thought was going to make an immense impact at the time, but it absolutely has. So yes, everything will work out.
Exactly. You don't know where your path is going to lead. Just believe that it's going to lead somewhere to impact somebody.
Absolutely. So this would be the part where I share my title, and my title or chapter for where my life is at this precise moment would be a warrior for change. I've undergone a lot of health issues growing up. Diabetes wasn't even the tipping point of my struggles. But it certainly wasn't a struggle I anticipated being part of my story in the midst of a virus which had no vaccine yet. So aside from that, everything I have faced and overcome has made me a better person for it, and really symbolizes and reflects who I am right now and where I'm going to be from now to this point moving forward. So
I love that. And you have such a great positive attitude.
thank you. So on to my favorite part, and that is the icebreaker game. So I'm chuckling because it really is my favorite part. So the icebreaker game is called Song Association. You don't have to be an avid singer. You can be a karaoke singer, a shower singer, a yodeler. Although I don't understand how you could yodel any of these words. Still trying to figure out how that's possible. So if you are a yodeler, let me know. But until then, here it's how the game works. I give you a word. You can either sing it, rap it, yodel it.
Oh, boy.
And it can either be in the song title or in the lyrics. It has to be an actual song. Some people have tried to change up my game, which has been lots of fun, but that doesn't really work that way. So it has to be an actual song. It can be in the song title or in the lyrics. So you have a loophole with the lyrics. However, time is not on your side. You have 15 seconds from the time I give you the word to either sing it, rap it, yodel it, however you choose to sing it. It has to be an actual song, either in the song title or in the lyrics. Also, it cannot be a name of an artist. Some of the words I use are pretty common, but it can't be like Faith Hill or Popcorn Franklin or however that works. It has to be an actual song, no artist, no made up songs. So that covers all the rules. Are you ready?
I guess I don't know how I'm going to do, but we'll try.
It's lots of fun.
Okay.
I don't act like 1,000-year-old, 500-year-old words. It's really simple words.
Okay.
So the first word is heart.
Heart.
Mhm.
Heart. So I'm supposed to sing a song with the word heart?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love hearts. I don't know. This is, I'm going blank. Heart.
Well, the timer went off. I mean, you can keep thinking, but the timer went off.
I love hearts. I don't know.
Well,
what would you do? Well,
you could have went with the song "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion.
See, I'm so bad at this stuff.
Or "Quit Playing Games with My Heart" by NSYNC.
See, I am so bad with lyrics and all, and my kids, they sing every song and they know every word. And I always say, how do you do that? I am so bad at this. I don't remember lyrics.
No, it's okay. Again, this is all just for fun, giggles. The next word.
Oh boy.
It's simple. It's really simple. Even your Christmas tree can understand this next
Oh my
word.
gosh, this is so funny. Go ahead.
So the next word is words. Words.
Words. I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably your worst contestant on this show.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You'll be surprised how quickly the mind goes blank in 15 seconds.
It does. And you know what? And after this, I'll be like, oh, that song. I could have sang that song. But I am so bad with words. See?
Well, some answers guests have given is the band Extreme for the song More Than Words.
See, I go so blank on these things. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. Trust me. Not everybody passes this game. It's just for fun. Some people make up songs. Some people change up the songs by replacing actual song words and actual songs with the words in this list. So they try to switch it up by singing a song, but then replacing the words in the song. So trust me,
That's so
don't
cool.
apologize. So the
It's
last
definitely an icebreaker.
the last word is, let me make sure my timer's ready. The last word is new. N-E-W.
It's a brand new day in the neighborhood.
Why do I know that song? Is it Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
I don't know. I kind of just made that up.
Oh, oh, I thought it was an actual
But
song.
actually, Mr. Rogers, it's something like that you said that. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Maybe I should add neighborhood to the next
It's a
episode.
beautiful day in the neighborhood. Now that song I do know from the kids.
Well, thank you for indulging me in my fun little icebreaker
course.
game. It's a lot of fun. And
It is. It is. It was definitely icebreaker, that's for sure.
we can keep talking music all day long or do a Mr. Rogers neighborhood trivia or however that works. But unfortunately, and I think Mr. Rogers would have to agree with me here, we're at the end of this particular episode. Do you have any social media links? Do you want to plug in your product where people can find it? Give my audience the inside scoop as to how to get in touch with you.
Sure, thank you for that. On Instagram at Boobalicious Products, on Facebook at Boobalicious Products, and my website, Love Boobalicious, LUVBOOBALICIOUS.com.
Awesome. Thank you again for joining me, Joanne.
Thank you so much.
I'm always worried about my people's names, but I think I said it right.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Thank you for joining me. This was a wonderful conversation, and thank you for enjoying the Icebreaker game. I know you're worried and you're apologizing, but trust me, it's really just for fun.
No, that's okay. I apologize to everyone. I always been that way.
So thank you to my audience and or listeners for tuning into this latest episode of the Words of Heart podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, if you would like to subscribe, retweet, here are the following ways to do that. You can find us on Facebook at the Words of Heart podcast. We're also on YouTube under the same name, and you can find us wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify, and Google. Please do not hesitate to leave a rating or review. You can leave ratings on Spotify now. If you are listening to it from the moon, let me know. I still want intergalactic broadcasting to happen. It's 2022. Let's make that happen. But until then, here is your host here, Dion Sanchez from Earth. Thank you again for joining me, Joani DiCampil. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe. Again, if you would like to get in touch with me for any known reason, intergalactic broadcasting or not, you can do so on Twitter at HeartWarrior24 and on Instagram at HeartWarrior25. So again, stay healthy, stay safe. If you have a vision, make it happen. And until next time, bye.